week out from the California Dream for All registration. So if you have
Mm.
any clients that need to get pre-approved for that, the 24th is the opening day, and it'll last for just about a month as far as that registration. They do need to have pre-approval to be entered into the lottery drawings for that. And then lastly, I wanted to share, um, I'm going to request to share my screen. And this is just for some news. Um, and never bashing anyone, but information you can share if someone tells you that, oh, I'm using, oh, there we go. Let me pull this up. So a few weeks back, might have been a month or so ago now. Um, can you see my screen?
Wow. Yeah.
So Zillow was the first one that's being hit with a big lawsuit because they are forcing the agents that are getting referrals for them to push to their lending.
Hmm.
Same thing is happening with Rocket Mortgage now. They are being sued as well by National Association of Realtors. So, not to, bash anyone, but it's good information to know. So when you have that client that's saying, "Oh, I'm, working with Rocket," or, they're doing this for me. Well, it seems like they're pushing these clients into loans that are not beneficial to them, but it's more beneficial for Rocket Mortgage and the agents that are pocketing, referral fees. So it's just good information to share that you can say, hey, you may want to check on this, or maybe let's look at a second opinion because this product doesn't necessarily benefit you the most. And I actually have a client right now that B of A was telling him, no, you have to go with an FHA loan because you're a first-time home buyer and because it's this and it's that. And I spoke with the client and that FHA loan was costing him more out of pocket. It was costing him more on that monthly payment. So definitely a good idea to make sure that the person that they're working with has the best intentions for them and is providing the best options for them. And that's why I always tell everyone, that's referred to me, here's the options. Here's what I think. Here's my professional opinion on why I think this loan product is more beneficial to you. However, you may feel that this loan is better for you. And at the end of the day, you're the one that has to make the mortgage payment. So you have to do what's best, for you. So just wanted to share this tidbit of information. So first was Zillow, now Rocket Mortgage that are being hit with these big lawsuits because they are steering and pushing buyers into things that they shouldn't be forced into doing. And with that, that is what I have for you today.
Wow, that's really good info. It just goes to show that no matter how big you are, if you're doing things that are unethical and not good for others, but really selfish and you know putting money in
Mhm.
your own pockets, it'll happen. They'll find you out.
Yep.
You can't
Yep,
get away with
exactly.
that crap forever. So
Yep.
thank you for sharing that.
Of
That's really
of
good
course.
info.
Yeah, you're very
That's
welcome.
crazy. Like the new home builders have been pushing their own lenders all the time, but at least they offer incentives to do that.
They do.
At
Right?
least they actually give you something that's valuable to choose that company versus just like, no, come over here.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah.
Maybe
They
that's their
want
loophole.
Well, that makes sense. If they can offer a better deal, then maybe it's better for the person. They can choose. But if it's just
Mhm.
no, we like, oh, that's shady.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yep.
wow. Well, you know what I did want to tell you though, I have noticed that the market is changing. We've got a lot more buyers on the market. I think the sellers were already there. They arrived first, but I've noticed that buyers are really starting to flock to the market. People that
Mhm.
we're getting like looking at their finances in the fall, they're now bringing their pre-approvals and wanting to look at houses. So
Yeah,
just like
definitely picking
predicted,
up.
2026 is going to be a good year. 2027, I think, will look even better. So if you are, hitting the ground running now, you're picking a good time to do that. So
Yeah, the
see some
market is churning and moving right now. So anyone that has that negativity that says it's not happening or nothing's going on, then they're not doing the right things.
right, exactly. All right, any questions for Scott before we transition? All righty then.
Thank you
Okay, well,
much.
thank you very much. What I wanted to talk about today is, I'm going to share my screen here, with Chastity.
Oh, thanks.
So I wanted to show you all some resources that you may or may not know that you pay for. This is, let me just open my browser here. A lot of things, realtors are targeted. Let me just put that out there. Anyone who has a new product or something, some kind of new software or lead generation or anything, it seems like that realtors are targeted, and there's people out there just wanting to get your money because you get money in this sort of way, that you get this little windfall, instead of getting little bits at a time. In a traditional type job, you get these windfalls, and I think that you're targeted because of that. When you have a lot of money, you get a little bit less careful with it than if you have a little bit in smaller increments, or in more often increments. When you get these big piles of money, and especially if you can pay later, or when you get the deal or when the deal closes, you'll end up spending more money. And what I want to show you is that a lot of these things that you're targeted to buy are already out there for free. So I just wanted to show you that with your dues, you pay the National Association of Realtors. Some things they're doing, they're suing people, but they're also providing you with some free resources. So I'm on the NAR website. Um, the first thing I wanted to show you is the real estate news. One thing that you can do as a real estate professional is know what the heck is going on. So thank you, Scott, for sharing that, because that is what's going on. We have some bad players in the industry, just as we always have. I don't think it's ever going to change. You're going to always have the bad players, and it's really unfortunate that the people targeted are the people that really need our help the most. But that's why it's so important for us to be an ethical, scrupulous person that is out there to make life better for people. Anyway, it's good to stay up on what's happening. So I just went to NAR. Hang on, let me just go to nar.com. That's where I want it to be, nar.com. Oh, that's something else. Hang on. Is it .org?
Yeah, I believe it is.
Oh, okay, though. No, that's the National Association of Rocketry. So
Yeah,
maybe,
and you have to be careful with with not to type in NRA.
right? Oh my God.
That's a whole nother
Oh,
group.
Realtor.
it's nar.realtor.
I wonder if that.
So I was
Interesting.
there.
Yeah.
Okay, here we are. We're on the landing page. Okay. So real estate topics. This is just anything, get the facts, marketing, being a real estate professional. Here's some interesting things about starting your career, being an agent, view more. Let's just go ahead and look at that. So it just talks about some topics: dual agent not liable after expiration of purchase agreement, avoid getting catfished by real estate listings. Um, all kinds of different articles, the little book series. Oh, these are things you can buy. So they do have books you can buy, education, business planning. Let's see what that is, career development. Some courses that you can take, Center for Realtor Development, Planning and Zone Resource, live interactive webinar. So you can see there's just all kinds of stuff. Exit strategies for real estate brokerage owners. Don't need that. Starting a real estate company, recruiting for success, designing and sustaining successful teams, building a business that gets results, show me the money, compensation planning. I mean, just so many resources here. Now, those are ones you can buy, but let me go back. There's a lot of free stuff here too. Um, let's see. Let's see. Marketing, MLS online listings, social media. Let's look at that. I bet you there's stage spaces that social media loves, the 5 C's for making powerful marketing videos. Is your social persona, let's see what this one, coming across too fake? This is good information. Just little articles that you can use. You can use this for your own social media, you know, reels or posts or whatever. Directories, complete listings of state and local associations, MLSs, members, and more. If you wanted to get, oh, this is interesting. Find a member, find an association. So if you wanted to, um, get, reach out to a whole list of people, you can find any kind of group that you need here. Let's see. Residential, legal. Then here's research and statistics. You can find housing statistics. Existing home sales. So this is like data. And our NAR releases national and regional existing home sales price and volume statistics on or about the 25th of each month. So this is updated each month. Each report includes data for 12 months and annual totals going back 3 years. Reports are available for existing single family homes, condos, and co-ops. Both median and average prices are included. So, I mean, if you ever wanted to just look at some data, it's really interesting because I was looking at some data about median home sales in our region by towns. And you can see that over the past year, the cost of what the home prices are doing, how much they're going up, if they're going down. I mean, from last year to this year, depending on where you live, the home prices went up or they went down. So, this is important stuff that you will want to know, especially when you're working with clients. You want to be able to say, last year in this region, home prices were whatever. And then you can use that to make predictions. So since this is a slower growing area, I wouldn't expect the prices to go up too much. You just use that data for your own personal knowledge and for your ability to talk to clients. So this is in the research and statistics, presentation slides from past meetings, advocacy. NAR does a lot of work on Capitol Hill. And so, they have their political action committee. They're always advocating for our industry. Education. One of NAR's shining, I guess, one of the things that they do is they offer this code of ethics training. And I think you all know, but your membership in your association is what gives you the ability to call yourself a realtor. Otherwise, if you're not associated with an association and you don't have your NAR and CAR membership, you have to call yourself a real estate licensee, a real estate salesperson. You cannot call yourself a realtor because that designation is reserved for those who are members of the association and, at the state level and at the national level. So one of the things that's required of realtors is this code of ethics training. And that's what sets apart realtors from regular real estate salespersons, is this real uh, uh, commitment that all realtors have made to their um, uh, clients, that they are going to act in a way that is ethical, more ethical than, say, somebody who didn't make that commitment, I guess. Here's some fair housing training, very important for those of you doing property management. Real estate designations and certifications. You can get certified in all sorts of things: accredited buyer representative, accredited land consultant, certified commercial investment member, real estate broker manager, certified property manager. I think we have one right here.
Hello. Yes.
Yeah, Chastity she has that designation. Certified International Property Specialist. So there's so many things that you can specialize in and get your training here. And then that's where you get those letters after your name. I'm actually a certified property association property manager, I think, something like that. CMCA is what it is. News and events. This is where you can get the news. I would, if I were you, make a commitment to read one news article every single day, just one little snippet. You can even set your Alexa to get it for you and read it to you. So it's just one thing you can do to just build on the knowledge that you already have of the industry, but then stay up on what's new and what's happening. Newsletters, events. Okay, then here's more news and events, and then about NAR. So let me switch over to CAR, and I know I've gone over this with you before, but I think this is an underutilized resource. So here's your CAR membership. So your NAR membership is the National Association of Realtors. The CAR is the California Association of Realtors, and that's the same organization, but at the state level. And then your local association, some of you are TIGAR members, some of you are, what's one in Riverside called? I can't remember the name. Anyway, and Monica, you're a member of the Orange County Association of Realtors. That's your association, or that's your membership at a local level. So every time you pay your dues, you are also paying dues for your membership in the California Association and the National Association. So you don't have to pay those separately. Those are all wrapped up in your local association dues. That's kind of how that structure works. And your association gives you, all these wonderful resources and the ability to call yourself a realtor. Okay, so here in CAR, you always log into your CAR webpage to go to your zip forms, because the CAR membership is what offers your zip forms package, right? That's one of the benefits of your CAR membership. Your MLS membership actually comes from your local association. So that's their contribution to your industry or your career. So if we go over to Learn and Thrive, again, we have license renewal. We have all the designations and certifications that are offered at this level. Now, I wanted to tell you too, if any one of you is coming up on license renewal, they are offering license renewal for free. If any of you have ever paid for the 45 units of education that you have to renew your license, you know that it's not cheap, but they are offering it for free. So if any of you are coming up on your renewal, all you do to get that is click here, and you'll work with someone at your local level in your local association. They will kind of guide you through the 45 units of training. They'll actually keep you accountable. They'll call you if you're getting too close to the deadline. They'll offer to assist you. I mean, it's like having a coach. It's really great. They'll keep you. I don't know if any of you have done this, but wait till the last minute. I got to tell you right now, Mike, his training expires tomorrow, so he's doing his the last of his last class today. So he's going to do it in an hour. So we'll see if he makes it. But yeah, you don't want to wait till the last minute to do this. It takes longer than you would think. Let's see, what else do we have? The different courses. Here's some marketing tools. I love these charts and graphs, digital tools. What do they have? These are, I think these are things that you can use. Oh, content. Yeah. So these are different little contents that you can download and use on your own social media. If you ever were looking for content, this is a great place to come and get something quick and easy. Being consistent on social media is really the key. And I know that we don't always have time to create something really complex and wonderful. So if you're ever looking for something quick and easy, come here. It's really easy to just download something and post it real quick, keeping yourself consistent. Okay. And then your car here, just different programs that they offer. If you ever wanted to get involved, you can always become part of a committee. I was part of the education committee at the local level, which was a lot of fun. You were in charge, or that committee is in charge of planning the different training programs, the free trainings that the association offers, and just choosing who's going to be offering the training, what kind of trainings are offered. And it was fun. So if you ever wanted to get involved at that level, there's always different committee chairperson positions that are open. Usually that happens at the end of the year for the new year. But if you're interested, there's always something available. Anyway, I just wanted to, once again, bring your attention to this wonderful resource and remind you that it's always here for you. Any questions? No questions?
No questions.
I know.
One thing that I did want to add is in the one that you were just in with the car, the market at a glance, there's one there that you can put to your own market, say Grand Terrace or San Bernardino, and you can post that specific to your market.
Yes, so let me show you that one. I do like that one. Let me share my screen again. So this is always good. And when you go out to meet with a client, no matter if you're a seller client or if you're meeting with a buyer client, whatever area that they're either selling or buying in, you want to look at the region. You want to be ready to tell them how many days on market homes are sitting. And you want to know how many homes are currently listed in that area at this moment, because that's their competition. If you only have a few homes listed, that's a good thing. But if you're saturated with homes that are on the market currently, so that, buyers have so much to choose from and you have more sellers on the market than buyers, you really want to alert your seller to that situation. Or if you're working with a buyer, that's kind of like serendipity. We have so many that we can choose from. It's gonna make buyers a little bit more powerful than sellers. So that's one way that you can actually tell, are we in a buyer's market? Are we in a seller's market? for yourself without having to depend on somebody to tell you, hey, we're in a buyer's market or we're in a seller's market. So it gives you the advantage and the ability to really, decide for yourself or to, look for yourself. So where's the share? But, oh, I think it's down here. How did I think I have to do this. There we go. Okay, so I'm just going to show you that really quick, how to run those reports. So you go into, I think it is Industry 360, and it's interactive market stats. And you just go down here, there's different ones, the housing market overview year to date, buyer's guide. If you're working with buyers, you definitely want to jump in here and get a buyer's guide, seller's guide, inventory report, county market update, interactive map, local market report, housing supply. There's so many. Affordable inventory, purchasing power calculator, home price fundamentals, luxury market. Big topic lately. The luxury market has become a big, big thing. Tax portability calculator. If you're not familiar with what this means, that's something that you'll want to definitely learn about. That's when somebody's selling a home and they're enjoying a really great tax incentive. In some cases, they can take those incentives with them to their new purchase. That's a very important information because that's going to affect their affordability. So if their taxes go up a whole bunch, then their payment that they can really afford is going to go down. But if they can take their tax benefits with them, yay, they're going to be able to afford more. Okay, so let's look at I think I saw it. It was I think it's local market report. Okay. So loading data. Oh, wow. They have improved it. Oh, so this is not something that you can change. Yeah, this is kind of like an overview of the entire region. It is kind of difficult to read because there's so much data on here. I think this is a little bit too much, so that's not the one. It is maybe it's the interactive map. I mean, can you imagine if you gave your client this report? I mean, there's just so much information on here. Okay, so I guess this is by county. And this is just a dashboard. You can just choose your county. So let's choose orange. And then select metric, median price. You can unsold inventory index, median time on market. Let's look at that, median time on market. And then the time period. You can choose monthly value, month to month percent change, year to year percent change. Let's just look at monthly value. And for January 2026. There's so much data on here. So you can see the change over time. So this is January. Oh, let's see. Maybe we don't need such a large time period. Let's just look at maybe October. Yeah, there we go. We'll look at October 20 of 25. Let's look at over 1 year. Oh, I see. Okay, now let's look at 2 years. Okay, so August 24, average days on market was 22. And what I like about these little graphs is that you can actually see the cyclical nature of real estate. So as you go into the winter months, it's going to dip, and as you go into the summer months, it's going to rise. So that's one thing you can always count on is the cyclical nature of real estate. So if we look at January 2026, which is now, we're looking at 35 days on market. That's a lot. Now, if we look at last year, January, let's look at last year, January. We had 34. So we're at 35. So that's actually a good little indicator. That says we're kind of like, let's look at it over time. If we go back to 21, January, January 22 was 8 days on market. 22 was a really good year though. And then we look at January 23. And you see how you can kind of get a pattern. You can see the pattern. Now, January of 23, we were at 41. So we're definitely down from that. And then we look at January of 24, we're at 28. So you can see how the market's been doing over time. 34, and then now we're 35. So it does say that we're going in the wrong direction, actually. So I'd be interested to see where we go from here. Doesn't really mean that, everything's falling apart, but it does mean that from last year, we're about the same when it comes to days on market. But, as you can see, if you're going in to list someone's house from Orange County, you definitely want to have this information so that you can set your client's expectations. You never want to talk with the seller and make them think that in a week they're going to see a bunch of offers if you have a days on market of 35 days. You need to prepare them. Say to them something like, if we don't get an offer for the first month, we do not need to panic. We do not need to lower the price. We just need to be patient because it's looking like days on market are around 35. Now, having said that, though, days on market just means the number of days before they were in escrow. So you can expect to see the first offer come through maybe at week 3, because it takes a bit of time before you get into escrow after you get that first offer in. So anyway, so that's a really good report. There's a lot of these. If I were you, I would just take an hour or so out of your day, poke around, look around, see what's here. You're going to find a lot of great useful information and resources that you can definitely use in your day-to-day with your clients. Thank you for asking that.
Oh, of course. I
Yeah.
think the one that I go to, let's see, Learn and Thrive.
Okay, let's go to Learn and Thrive. Okay.
It's been a while and they've changed it,
Mhm,
but
they always do.
no, it doesn't look like marketing tools maybe in Learn and Thrive.
Where? Oh, right here?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, marketing tools. Oh, and there's 2 levels here too.
Mhm.
If you notice, there's 2 sets of menus items. So for each one of these, you're going to have all these menu items too. So don't forget to look through all those. Yeah, it's right
I
here.
think it's Market at a Glance though.
Okay, market
Because
at a
I think
glance.
then you can put the city in rather than the county.
Yeah, we want to, oh, these are little things that you can post, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let's see, view and download, so, and this is where you can change it, huh?
I think so.
Yeah, okay, oh, well,
Yeah, those are no.
no,
We'll have to play with it because maybe in the county, maybe it is county, but somewhere you can put the city in there and it'll give you the exact city.
yeah, these are ones that you can just like download and post, but it is like, it covers a pretty large area. You can't even drill down on those. So let's see. Oh, I have to get out of that. Okay. Um,
Maybe county.
I think that one might be it. Oh yeah, you can choose how you want it downloaded. Oh, this one you can't change. Yeah, these reports are updated every third week of the month.
Mhm.
And if you are providing like a drip campaign to your clients, this is a great one to do because they come out every third week. And so every fourth week, maybe this is what you download and send to all your prospects in your database. This is a
Mhm.
great thing to send them because it keeps them, uh, you know, educated about the market.
Yeah, it's in there somewhere, and then once you download it, you can change it, but I don't
Mhm.
know.
But the best way to do it is just to, go in there and poke
Yeah,
around.
absolutely.
Really, yeah.
Yeah. You'll find new and exciting things.
Interactive market trends. Oh, that's these. Yeah. And each one of these is like, it's like a little rabbit hole itself. Oh,
Mhm.
here it is using the drop down. Okay, so here it is. This one's city market overview year to date. So we want to not choose all of them. So we want to choose a county here. This is counties. So we're going to choose, let's do Orange again. Now it's going to give you all the Orange County cities. So let's look at Laguna Hills. So you can download whatever format. There's Facebook, Instagram, or a letter. And these are the links. So we're going to go to Laguna Hills and we want to look at the Instagram format. And it's going to give us some little monthly market report. So on this report, it's going to have more than one page. Maybe open. Oh, okay. I just went down a rabbit hole.
Looks like they've changed it a little bit.
Okay. Yeah, it's like there's more than just
If
this
you
page.
click the little arrow, it'll take you to the next page probably. No,
Oh, I
In the-
had my thing covering it up. You're right. It's right here. Thank you. Yeah, so it's going to show you median price, home sales, active listings, and this is a great at a glance resource because you can see how many active listings there are on the market at this moment. So this is your competition, and this is especially useful when you're working with sellers because you want to know in your area how many other homes are for sale. At any given moment, there's 30 other homes. That's a big number. And then this is the percent change from last year, 157%. No, I'm sorry, 8.3%. Home sales in the month. So there's 157 home sales in the month, which actually makes 30 not seem like such a big
Right.
number, actually. And then the median sales price is 1.53 million. And it's up 0.7% from last year, which is expected. We didn't see a lot of change from last year. Okay, so there you go. I hope that gave you some ideas for some places you can get some great resources and start using them, And if you do find a resource that we haven't talked about or maybe others don't know about, please share. Please share. Yeah. All right. Thank you, everyone. Any questions?
No, thank you very much, you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
No
Mhm.
Very great info.